everyone, welcome back to Madam Bonsai. Today I had a forest that I have to set for a client, which they went to our show not long ago and saw one of my Hinoki forests. So he brought his and I wanted me to reset for him. So we got pot ready. As usual, I put the drain nets in and I'm gonna put some wire in to secure it, and because it's a little bit big and my garden have no room, so it's a little bit difficult, so bear with me. I think you heard it before. I wanted to kill David because he make me work where I'm not normally working. And the pot is quite heavy too, that why it's a little bit difficult, but we always can find a way to make it work. So same thing, forest, you try to fit the wire in a little bit more than normal because you might have to secure more than one tree. So there you go, the pot is prepped. I'm gonna go and get the tree. I'm gonna bring the tree over there. So this is a forest that you see here. You see one tree is died back. I believe the soil now is not that great. So I'm gonna remove this, reset the forest for him, train the tree to be more compact. Right now it's just like a bush. So you don't see it as a forest, you see it as one tree. So that's my job today. First thing first, gonna have to get that out of the pot. So pretty much just remove any tree, you just cut all the secure wire out, which the Purely people already did that. So let's cut all the wire out. And then we'll get these trees out. To get the trees out, same using any of these. Just go around the pot. Just loosen up a bit, that's pretty much it. I haven't watered the tree for a few days as I normally do, so it's a lot easier for us to get the trees out. It's a little bit cleaner to work with too, with dry soil instead of wet. It should be an easy tree to get out, but we just still have to do this as if any surprise. Not yet. Once you release the top and release everything and it's still not moving, flip the pot up, cut even more of all this away. It will give you a chance to get it out a bit easier. So the tree definitely need repot. You see all the root is already pretty much bound, but at the same time inside is okay. But let's work with this one. Same exercise with repotting. So just release all this soil. You can wash it with hose, or you can do what I'm doing now. I don't like to wash with hose because it's so messy. I want to reset this forest too, so we might have to separate each tree out and we'll give it a new design. So that's the same. The tree is not that bad. I think it died because sun didn't get to it. The foliage are too dense. The tree haven't been working with for a long time, he said. He bought it and he keep it as it is. He loved bonsai, but don't ask him to do anything with bonsai, this customer. Just water and that's it. Trim, Koan, repot, Koan. Tree gets sick, Koan. So I really, really love this customer. This variety actually the Hinoki cypress, but it's gold. See if David can show you a bit. If the tree had enough sun, it turned beautiful. It's gold, but it had like white spot like this. When the weather is a bit warmer or full sun, you will get a lot better. You see the tree die back in here caused by lack of sun. So the outside is beautiful, but the inside it died back everywhere. So we're gonna give a hand to clean up the tree later. With the Hinoki, when you see the tree is this healthy, you can repot. But if you see my video before, dig up tree you can do, it means repot can be very easy. They quite, they love moist. Can be half shade, can be full sun. I like them, I grow all of them in full sun because I like the color of it. So you train your tree to be a bit tougher than normal, to be able to handle in full sun. Some of these roots have no life to it, so we're gonna grow them a new set of roots. They're very fiber roots, so it's easy to grow a new set of roots. When you clean all the soil out, give them good, nice soil, enough oxygen, enough nutrient, they will grow a new set again. I hate working with water, or else we can wash these trees really quick. But before I do that, I wanted to test the pot out and see if it's suitable with the forest or not. I like it, but I never got a chance to see. I think that'd be fine if I remove that tree, so make all the foliage smaller, and I think that would be good. Okay, we stay with the pot instead of swapping anymore. So I have to take a few trees out because the tree right now, it just looked like one tree, and I just want to be able to see all the layout of the forest. The purpose of doing forest is you have to see how it looks together, but still showing each tree of them to make them look nice. You can cut each tree out if you're ready to do it, but this one, I just want to remove this one. The rest, I probably can just use it and rewire the tree. Where's my saw? don't force the tree out, just release all the roots and then it will slowly come off. There you go. I mentioned before, you know, when you do a forest, try to keep them similar age or they will kill each other out like that. So that is a lot younger tree and it sit there. Slowly this tree will die unless you have to give this tree a lot more soil, a lot more energy to be able to catch up with all the other one. But if you set it like that, in time they will kill it. I would love to have the forest right now, just a 4 tree, but as a customer or a lot of Asian as a background, 4 is bad luck, so I'm gonna have to add another tree in for him, or 2. Hopefully this, in my garden we'll have something for it. While I'm out here messy and dirty, so I'm gonna go in and clean all this out. When I say clean out, is I'm just gonna go in, you see all this side here, I'm gonna just clean it right out. And I try to thin the trees out pretty much. All the dead foliage in here, the lack of sun. So we're gonna take them off too. You can use your hand, you don't need a secateur, but use secateur is safer because you don't rip the skin of the trees out. Take your time to do this, go through every single branch, cut off all the dead one inside, remove what you don't need, like things like this. If you look at this tree here, specifically just this small tree, all this you don't need because it's right in front of it. So just take that off, go closer into here. Take them out too because they're not going to get any sun in here. It will take you an hour to do this, so just be patient and get it all out because there's no point reset everything and not get it done correctly. Well, you upset the tree, you upset it once. When it get into the tray there before you saw before, it will last you another 10 years before you even have to repot it if you give them a good soil. I do forests. I will tell you about the mix later on when we feed it into the pot. So that will help you to last a lot longer. So you see the idea that I just did here. You see how it really compact before, now it's showing the tree, like that one there showed it hit this tree here, so the tree got the top and go down pad by pad out. So one tree now, I start the next one, same thing, so you created this pattern. I might have to wire a few of these down. And then, so if I were gonna sit here and do it for the next hour, then it would be too much for you guys to handle, I guess. But I will pot this tree up and then I will keep continuing doing this and I will send you the photo for everyone to see the different after I set it. So what I do now is all this already been cleaned. So I'm gonna pot this tree up. So we'll give it a little bit more shake of it to get most of the soil out. You don't need to get all of them out. But I'll cut off all the old root already. Okay, so I'll leave the tree here and I'm gonna prep the pot, the soil. Yes, I'm ready, so it's like that, you can see. Okay, so pot already prepped. Same thing with everything. It's a tray. So what we do, I put the soil in as normal, but I have to add a little bit of sphagnum moss into it to keep the moisture for the tree. The pot is really, really thin. It's not thin, but thin enough for me to have to add a bit of extra care for it. My moss, darling. I got it. So just sphagnum moss. If you don't have moss, that's okay too. Keep the soil a bit moist, which is you can add more akadama. So this is 1/3 akadama, prunus, and lava. So 1/3, the same mix as you see in my video. So I'm gonna add a little bit of this in. It's still really hot weather, so this will help to retain the moisture a little bit. We take our tree. Same thing with the pot, just shake your tree down. I already know where I want the tree, even I stand right behind it. But what I like to create is for you to see this, all the trunk up. So David is in front of you there, so I'm sure you guys will see what I meant by that. So I want to move this across the touch. How does it look from where you're in? I think that should be good. If you're not sure, stand back a little bit and have a look and see if you're happy with it or not. The original tree, it was like that. So now I wanted to bring the tree forward a bit so it can look like it's straight up a little bit more. So I'm going to lift the tree up. So once you're happy with the set out, and now you just fill the soil in for everything here. Make sure that there's no air pocket underneath it. With the forest, it's really easy because it's so thin. All root base seem to touch the pot a lot easier. Soil for a tray, you don't have to set it too high. You find it amazing how much a flat pot can hold the water. Okay, once you have half of your soil in, not half, more than half now, tie your tree down with the wire we had before. Same process with all the report that I've been uploaded for you guys. Just make sure you tie your tree so it doesn't move. I don't like tree move because it's upset the roots and all that, which I don't like. You don't have to, but to me it's a must-do job for me. Okay, trees are tied. The final go up. You can use your soil to cover all your wiring so it doesn't look too messy. with the forest, you always manage to make the moss look really good because they got the coverage to all that. Where's my always looking for tool. Anything like roots and all that, you see it stick up, just clean them right out to make it look nice. I don't know if where you guys can be able to sort the sphagnum moss out. When you do a forest and you do it in the warm weather like this, just have them lay on top a little bit. In other weather it's okay, like springs and winter, you don't need to. But this has helped a few things. The trees are sitting on quite a thin slate, so you need to retain the water. Also, it helps your moss to grow on them is a lot easier than it is on a soil. With forest, you always love to have the moss growing on it, so it looks as natural as a mountain grow or forest kind of look. So I normally put a little bit on in warm weather. You can remove them later if you don't like the messy look of it, but I like it. So I will put live moss on top and they seem to grow really well with it. Attracting birds a little bit though, which is really annoying. So once you set your trees in, I know I haven't had time to sit there and finalize all these pads for the video, but you have the idea of, if you want to do the pad, you see how this side is a little bit straight and then folding the same as the pot that you see there. Then we're going to create the pad folding like that way, this way, and more upward that way, so the tree can look like straight and then going down. I will complete it and I will hopefully will send a photo at the last minute for you, but this is after you set soil in. Give it a good water. Same thing, right? Just upward your spray and give it a really good wash to the tree. And then down to the soil, the same thing as you do with anything else's. After you do any repot and you water, if you see the water fall out, all that before 10 seconds of your counting, then you should check your soil again. It should be really well trained, set beautifully like that, go even into your tree will get good water in time, because you don't want to repot every year. You want to repot one every 5 years. Some of them, like I don't even repot for like every 7 years. And tray like this, if you keep trimming and all that, you don't even have to repot for another 10 years of this tree. The pot is a bit big for the forest, but it will end up with better thing. You see how I see it fold, the water come out here? This is little thing, but I want you to go back and make sure you press all this soil at the edge down. Get the back of your tool or your chopstick, give it another few holes somewhere here. Shake it just to get the water to get into it, because right now I feel I skip a little exercise there before. That's why the water run down like that. It should run down completely nicely now. So that would stop that from running here when you water, but unless when you really overwater, it still happen, but that should set really good now. this is 25, 26 degree. I can leave this tree completely outside in the sun. But if it's any hotter than that, should keep this tree under shade a little bit. So for the tree to get used to it for the next 2 weeks. But for me, under my care, I confidently just leave it outside now, and a bit of extra water during the day. If you water this 1 time a day, maybe to give this to this tree twice a day for the next few weeks, and that should be it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I say it all the time that I get feel a little bit like asking, but please do that if you do want to see my video upload again to feed everyone with the right information. So thank you for watching, and I look forward to see you the next video. And goodbye for now.